What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be unboxing the Best of Ultimate Series 7 Undertaker. As soon as I saw this figure, I knew I had to pick it up. It looked, it looked super awesome with the all black coat and everything. He was definitely really big when I was growing up. It was the Undertaker and Stone Cold and The Rock and things like that. So this figure was actually kind of hard to get a hold of. I think I ended up pre-ordering mine off of the WWE shop, and I had to wait a couple months to get it. But here it is, and it's looking freaking sweet. Real nice big viewing window there on the front. Undertaker there on the side. Nice shot of the man right there on the side. And then on the back, it's got a shot of the figure, and then a really nice shot of the Undertaker there on the bottom. This is a Greatest Hits Undertaker, 6'10" from Death Valley, finisher Tombstone, career highlights WWE champion, and Hall of Fame inductee. The little blurb down at the bottom. Arguably the most iconic superstar in WWE history, the dead man dominated all those who stepped foot inside his yard. With an aura that casts a shadow across 5 different decades, the legend of the Phenom will never rest in peace. Little blurbs hidden in the package. You have the Phenom and rest in peace. Yeah, this thing is looking freaking sweet. Alright, so let's go ahead and get him out of the package and check him out. So this is an absolutely huge figure. It's definitely going to be up there with the Drew McIntyre one, because that's a big figure as well. These heads aren't going to stand up because of the hair. Alright, this thing is coming with a bunch of really cool accessories. It is sweet. Alright, so we'll go ahead and we'll start with the hands. The hands on the figure are some weapon wielding or mic holding hands. Your classic C-grip hands. He's wearing the MMA style gloves on all these sets of hands, and they look really awesome because they're molded on and painted. So the first set of hands he's coming with are the MMA style fisted hands, and they look awesome because they're all molded on and painted, looking sweet. Second set of hands he's coming with is kind of like an open pose or like a choke slam almost hand. It resembles the Cody Woe pose hands, or like some back scratch hands or something, but they're really cool, like some nice action hands. And then he comes with one open spread hand on the left, kind of like a you can't see me hand. And then he has the cutthroat thumb on the right. So you could do, fisted hand on the left and then the cutthroat thumb on the right and do the cutthroat pose if you wanted. The next thing he's coming with is a super awesome all black hat. So he's in all black. The only thing that's not black is the little bit of white that's showing on the gloves, but everything's all black and looking awesome. Now, he does have a little bit of details and stuff on his tights, but so yeah, he's coming with a really nice black hat, looking cool. And then this really awesome, it's not leather, right, but it kind of feels almost leather-ish. Real nice black leather jacket. So the 2 extra heads that he's coming with a really mean sour face on this one. And these are all really awesome and very lifelike and realistic. And then the second head he's coming with, which is probably the one that I'm going to display him with, because it is awesome. He's got his eyes rolled back and his tongue sticking out. Really cool. The figure on the head looks a little goofy. He's got his eyes open real wide and just kind of staring. Coming with one elbow pad. Like I said, those weapon wielding C-grip hands. Lots of really good tattoo detail. So the singlet on the top is cloth, and then of course everything else is just molded. But what's really cool is like the singlet is almost like attached between the torso and the bottom, which does make it a little funky to move. But here at the end I'll go ahead and pull his arms out and we'll pull the singlet down and check it out. But this is a huge figure. Yeah, lots of really good tattoo detail going into the butterfly joints, which are working great. Full 360 on the arms. double jointed pinless elbows. That one side ain't working. Yeah, no, it's working all right. There's that. I might remove that elbow pad, but it's like that Kevin Owens style of elbow pad. I don't really like that really big elbow pad. It really hinders movement. Not a whole lot of head articulation going on. You can force it a full 360 if you want, but definitely gets caught. But not a lot of head articulation because of that hair. But yeah, really good butterfly joints. Torso's a little funky with it attached down there, but other than that, it's working great. I mean, it works. It's just a little tight. Drop down hips. Oh, big Undertaker splits. See how high I can get that leg up. Oh. Not real high, but you could lean them back and stuff. But yeah, oh, nice double jointed pinned knees on this one. Huge fan. And they're working fantastic. Love them. Boot swivel. Little older style of ankles. The ones you gotta kind of be careful with. And then toe articulation. Everything working great. This is a sweet looking figure. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get all of his accessories on him. And then we're going to put him in the ring with some other figures and do some comparisons and just pose him around and stuff. Dang it, stand up, Undertaker. Okay, there you go. So you're definitely going to want to pop his arms off for this because you don't want to rip the top, rip his singlet or whatever on this guy, but you can pop his arms off and then manage to slip the top down, and that does show like his shows his shoulder tattoos, and then it shows the BSK Pride right there on his stomach. You can get a better look at that torso, but you can take that singlet down like that. This is, if we get an ultimate brawn breaker, man, I'm telling you, this is what we need right here. That's exactly how he needs to be, and it'll be perfect. So here is the Ultimate Undertaker, and then the Ultimate Cody Rhodes that is also in that same series. I don't have the AJ Styles from that set. That's the one with the mask. I'm kind of kicking myself now for not buying it. And then here's Ultimate Drew McIntyre, which used to be the biggest figure in my collection, and now it's the Undertaker, even with the hat off. Still just slightly bigger. And there is a little bit of QC issue on this one. Somehow the white paint from the eyes got right there on the side of his head. But awesome looking figure nonetheless. The jacket, the coat kind of rides up on the arm when you go to do the cutthroat. That's a little annoying, but really awesome figure and a really big one. And then here he is with Elite Obafemi and Elite Gunther. A couple other relatively big figures in my collection. That Obafemi, he's a little small. They kind of did him dirty. They could have made him a little bigger. So I've showed you him with all the rest of the bigger figures in my collection, so I figured I'd go ahead and throw in a really small one. So we've got him with Rey Mysterio, who is definitely the smallest male talent figure in my collection. And then I threw in, for good measure, I just threw in Stone Cold. And then just for good measure to wrap it all off, there he is with Ultimate Dominic Mysterio and Elite Survivor Series JD McDonough. So if you like this video and you want to see more like it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching.